top the league standings. The blue and gold have gelled in the face of adversity as they seek their first Pac-10 title in 9 years. Arizona has been a mystery all season, including Thursday, where USC handled the Cats in LA. Lute's troops need to get back on track in a hurry, and they know a win at Pauley could be the kickstart they desperately need. It's Arizona taking on UCLA next on SEN. Welcome to Pauley Pavilion in Westwood, California, where Arizona comes to town struggling. They need to break out the hot sauce. Hassan Adams has to have a big game to quiet these. It's the Arizona Wildcats and the UCLA Bruins. UCLA in first place with a record of 8-2. California and Stanford right behind. Then USC tied with the Wildcats with a record of 6-4. Hi, everybody. Steve Physiak, Marcus Johnson with you. Arizona really has to turn things around, Marcus, or they could miss the NCAA tournament for the first time in 22 years.
And you get a feeling that they're aware of that. I mean, they understand just the sense of urgency they need to bring to Pauley Pavilion. But the tension, the intensity in this building is so thick you can't even cut it. Forget about a knife. You just can't cut it. The Wildcats are ready to play this afternoon. Well,
so is UCLA. They are in first place, and one of the reasons why is basketball leadership role. Jordan Farmar, the point guard.
Yeah, just a tremendous leader of this UCLA basketball team, and the scary part about it is that he is close to 100%. The ankle still bothered him just a little bit, but you wouldn't know it. He's getting the elevation on his jump shot. He's doing a tremendous job taking it to his right, finishing off plays. The last 5 games, he's increased his scoring average to about 16 points a game, and he is the guy that makes the big plays for you down the stretch. And when UCLA came out flat Thursday night against Arizona State, it was Jordan Farmar in the first half, 15 team into that second half into a victory.
Well, the last time these two teams met in Tucson, UCLA won, and Mustafa Shakur, the point guard for Arizona, did not have a very good game.
It's one of those games that he liked to just forget right away. But since that time, he has played some great basketball, averaging 15 points a game, shooting about 47% from the field. Now, he is a guy that loves to get into the middle, shoot the little floaters. He's improved his outside shot, and in transition, you'd better get to him right away because he's one of the best passers and on the move in all of college basketball.
Any predictions?
That we're going to have just a great time out here this afternoon, buddy. Just a wonderful time.
Yes, we will. All right, it's UCLA and Arizona Wildcats, the defending champions. It comes your way next on FSN.
When agility gets down with utility, it's worth it. Torn. A new crossover from Pontiac, designed for action.
Be brilliant. Shop now through Sunday at Zales Valentine's Sale and save up to 50%. Plus, take an extra 10% off every piece of jewelry in the store. Now, at Zales.
Before you go here, before you attempt this, about going there, you need to go here. Cooper Discoverer Tires, built to take you just about anywhere. Cooper Tires, don't give up a thing. Go to coopertire.com for more information and a dealer near you.
Crisp leaf lettuce, fresh vine-ripened tomatoes, 100% USDA choice ground beef, handcrafted burgers, Ruby Tuesday.
Someone's gonna love you.
10 storied schools.
He does! He did!
Thousands of athletes. One bank that congratulates them all. U.S. Bank. And with over 4,600 ATMs across the country and over 2,300 branches, it's easy to find U.S. Bank any place Pac-10 fans work, live, travel, or play. 5-star service guaranteed and the official bank of the Pac-10. U.S. Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Now get boneless wings at KFC's Flavor Station. 100% breast meat boneless wings dipped any way you want. Choose from our classic honey barbecue sauce, fiery buffalo, or sweet and spicy. Try 6 boneless wings for $2.99. Be the boss, choose your sauce, only at KFC.
She has beautiful eyes, your daughter. If your husband doesn't do exactly as I ask, I will kill you and your children.
This bank's security is about to be breached by the man who designed it. This February,
I want to know why you're doing this, and I want to know now!
they can make him steal.
I've done everything you want. Where's my family?
But he'll make them pay.
Change of plans. You get the money when I get my family.
Harrison Ford, Firewall, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 10th.
The best TVs deserve DirecTV. 155 all-digital channels for less than $1 a day. That's half the price of cable. Packages start at $29.99 per month. Call 1-800-DirecTV today.
Today at Pauley Pavilion in Westwood, we bring you one of the great college basketball rivalries. Arizona and UCLA meeting for the 71st time. UCLA has won 39, Arizona 31. And here's a look at the Arizona lineup. When Walters, they're going to need muscle and scoring inside. Williams, one of the top freshmen in the country. Adams and Shakur. They'll need Adams on the boards from that 2 spot. And there's Lute Olson. How about this? 20 or more wins each of the last 18 seasons, and he only has 13 against 8 losses, and he's facing the top team in the Pac-10 conference in UCLA at 8-2. They're starting 5. Again, another talented freshman, maybe the freshman of the year. He certainly is a candidate. And Mbamute, and then Bozeman back. Hollins, who's a good shot blocker. Aflalo, terrific scorer, better 17 points per game, and Farmar. And what a job Ben Howland does. 11 wins in his first year at UCLA, 18 last year, and he's going to fly by that this season as he has plenty of muscle, and right now he's playing it game to game. Well, our Pontiac keys for the game, Marcus.
Let's take a look, Fizz, and for Arizona, they've got to value the basketball. 22 turnovers against USC the other night. They can't have that. And then snap out of it. Somebody smack these guys. Wake up, play Arizona. UCLA, they've got the stymie transition. You do that by offensive rebounds or getting to Mustafa Shakur like yesterday. And then second option defense. Take away the first option of Arizona. Rely on that tough, impenetrable half-court defense of the Bruins to force Arizona into some tough shots.
Lute Olson said that might be the key to this game. Hassan Adams, his ability to hit the boards, get offensive rebounds, stick them back in, and Jordan Farmar. UCLA did not play a great team game in their victory over Arizona State on Thursday, but Farm needed it. It took them 4 minutes to even score a point in that victory over Arizona State Thursday, 69-60.
The one good thing out of that Arizona State game, Aaron Aflalo, the last 6 minutes, found his stroke from the outside.
15 of his 17 points were in the second half. Here's the freshman Williams to Radinovich. Walters backs his way in. He's got a good hook from both left and right hand. He goes left hand here and scores. Again, we're in Westwood, California at Pauley Pavilion. It is the 71st meeting between UCLA and Arizona. Bruins hitting the boards well. I'm Steve Physiak along with Marcus Johnson. Some of joining us now. We're at Pauley Pavilion again. UCLA at 18-4 and 8-2, first place in the Pac-10. Arizona at 13-8, 6-4. They have lost their last 2 and badly. One at North Carolina and losing to USC on Thursday, 77-70.
Right there, Luke Mbamute shows how effective he is on the offensive glass. He is number 2 in the Pac-10 behind Matt Harris of Stanford. Just over 3 offensive rebounds a game, 9 rebounds a game overall.
And even though Arizona lost that game in Tucson, Radinovich had some very good numbers, 17 points.
With this outside jump shot, but then inexplicably they went away from Ivan.
Here's Adams fumbling it away out of bounds, and Arizona turns it over. They suffered 22 turnovers. And as Lute Olson told me before the game, 24 fast break points, 18 of those points on Trojan steals, and he said that can't happen.
No, and Gabe Pruitt had 5 steals in the first half, 7 for the game. Hassan Adams had 7 turnovers for the game. Again, a snap out of it, one of the keys. That's what focus coming here to win this game.
Aflalo knocks down his first, and you really think his offense early could be significant.
Yeah, his offense really came alive against Arizona State down the stretch. He had struggled for about 34 minutes in that game.
Mustafa Shakur, this is a team that's much better inside that three-point arc. Farmar driving, shooting, missing, and there is Mbamute again. He is everywhere.
Just running it down, and he got a running start from about the three-point line. Nobody put a body on him, but he just attacks that offensive glass so relentlessly. Sometimes it's tough to get a piece of it.
I like the matchup with Shakur on Farmar, and also Hassan Adams is defending Aaron Aflalo, who will have an offensive foul against Luke Richard and Mbamute.
You're talking about Mustafa Shakur coming off the screen. That was a pick down by Kirk Walters. Ryan Hollins just a little slow reacting. He's got to get there. He's got to hedge. He's got to at least score that first open shot and try and get to the basket.
We'll watch two different styles of defense because UCLA completely different defensive team than Arizona. The Bruin theme is staying in front of the man. Don't reach. Don't allow the drive. Double the post. And down low, they force another turnover.
That was a case of taking away that first option when you force Ivan Mladenovic to try and make a play on offense, something that he is not comfortable doing out on the perimeter. He's comfortable spotting up shooting jumpers.
And Marcus, Arizona is a gambling, reaching, sometimes out of position team, but they need to force a great outside shooting team, and they're not strong offensively in the low post.
Got to find a way to generate points, and that's a good way to do it. But you've got to take care of the ball, and you've got to close out on open shooters on the outside. One thing the Wildcats have had trouble doing this year.
3 on the shot clock. Farmar with the fade. It will not go, and Hollins battling, gets it inside and right into the hands of Mbamute.
And you have to love UCLA's activity on the backboard.
Another turnover by Arizona. It's Hassan Adams, one of the most talented seniors in the nation, leading Arizona into UCLA at Pauley Pavilion in Westwood. The Bruins and Wildcats. Steve Physiak again with Marcus Johnson. And a foul and a turnover. It's the third turnover already in this game by Arizona. Again, 22 turnovers in their 7-point loss on Thursday at USC.
A lot of its active defense by UCLA. And speaking of defense, one of the key matchups, of course, Aaron Aflalo on Hassan Adams, but also Cedric Bozeman trying to lock down the freshman. Averaged 13 points a game in conference games this year, 17 against USC the other night. He's going to have a tough time matching up. Now you got Aaron Aflalo and Marcus Williams, with Hassan Adams being taken out of the game. So it'll be a tough night for the freshman Williams to get on track.
Fendi Onabin comes in now. He was taken off his red shirt season. Some of the injuries as this club has suffered, and also the dismissal. There's a turnover by UCLA, and Williams has it. Not a good free shooting team. Their two best free shooters are not available. Chris Rogers, who is dismissed from the team, and also Jawan McClellan, probably their best free shooter. First academics, first half of the season, and then broke a bone in his thumb. He's gone for the year. They'll try and redshirt him.
They're in the basement in the Pac-10. 31% from the three-point line for the Wildcats.
Hollins down low against Kirk Walters. UCLA against low. Kirk Walters with his first. And in case you're just joining us, another region joining us for Arizona and UCLA, one of the great rivalries on this West Coast, the 71st meeting against Steve Physiak along with Marcus Johnson. As we're here at Pauley Pavilion, I'm with a former Wooden Award winner, Marcus Johnson, the very first and a national champion. Gosh, it's a joy to be with you again.
It is a joy to be with you. And we're seeing an Arizona team that is trying to find itself. I mean, they got blown out down at Chapel Hill a couple of weeks ago. They go over to the Sports Arena on Thursday and lose 79-7 Trojans. And they're bringing a lot of activity, but not a whole lot of achievement here so far early.
Yeah, they had like they out-rebounded USC by 15 and still lost the game by 7. Ryan Wright and Darren Collison come onto the floor for the Bruins. Taking a seat, Ryan Hollins and Farmar. Here's Williams with the floater, doesn't go. Walters gets it inside. His power move, he's denied, and a foul will be called against the Bruins.
Kirk Walters started the game off with a nice left-handed jump hook that time, battling on the offensive glass for Luke Olson.
Not a good sign for Ben Howland as Mbamute, his fabulous freshman, just picked up his second personal foul. We'll be right back.
The ride is smooth, the fuel economy class leading. The experience is Nissan Murano with CVT.
I can't believe what this guy did. My scrambled eggs.
Thank you. I have to tell you, my feet are killing me.
Put some more coffee, please.
Too bad.
Doing what?
I went dancing.
You went on a date? In the ballet?
No, I went to a club.
No.
Yes, I did.
Wish you could have some good old steak and eggs
He paid.
Some coffee?
without the restaurant. The steak and egg burrito. New at Hardee's.
Own a timeshare or campground membership? Turn it into cash.
Timeshares Only got us our full asking price before our next monthly payment was due.
Timeshares Only is the named most successful timeshare agency, representing properties from the biggest names in the industry.
No one sells more timeshares.
Call now and receive a free information kit, including 10 secrets to timeshares. You owe it to yourself to work with the best.
Don't delay. Call 800-440-9294 now.
You're watching FSN.
Pac-10 College Hoops on FSN is brought to you by Chevrolet and American Revolution. By Zales, who reminds you to be brilliant this Valentine's Day. Shop the Valentine's sale only at Zales. And by Genuine Ford and Lincoln Mercury Parts and Service only at your dealership. There's a look at 8 titles, 30 conference championships here at UCLA, and they also wanted to congratulate former Bruin quarterback and Super Bowl champion Troy Aikman on his election today into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Troy. UCLA trying to win their 31st conference championship this year. They have the edge, 8-2 record over Cal at 7-3, and Stanford at 7-3. Stanford is at Oregon State later tonight, and Cal is at Oregon at 5 o'clock.
Cal just blew out Oregon State. Stanford-Oregon game. Chris Hernandez really came through. He's coming through big time. Hit 3 clutch free throws against the Huskies last week to send it in overtime. Hit a big 3-pointer to help win that game in Eugene. So the Cardinal keep rolling.
And here, Arizona's Kirk Walters hits 1 of 2 foul shots to pull the Wildcats to within 2 of UCLA.
And one thing Ben Howland is doing a nice job of is managing the minutes of Jordan Fox and Darren Collison with the idea you want to be strong down the stretch. Coach Howland thought he played him a lot longer than he wanted to last season.
Bozeman getting it inside. They have done that quite well. Drive down either the right or left side, draw the defense, and just have someone roll on the other side of the hoop.
Yeah, and that's a bad weak side defense on the part of the Wildcats. I mean, once penetration is stopped, you see Kirk Walters kind of waltzing, trotting down from the free throw line, does not hustle back, get in front of him, prevent that interior pass. It was a great interior pass, but just a little slow jog on the part of Kirk Walters caused him to be out of position and commit the foul.
And Lute Olson may have to go to his bench with Kirk Walters picking up his second foul, and Isaiah Fox, who grew up in Southern California at Santa Monica Crossroads High School. Your son used to play against Isaiah Fox.
My son Josiah dropped 32 on Isaiah in Crossroads back in the day. It's his claim to fame. But Isaiah, I mean, he's somewhat of a disappointment. Hasn't contributed like they thought he would coming in. But he's a guy with a big, wide body. He's got some decent footwork down on the box. But he's not going to be on the floor for a long time.
Well, if he can set some good screens and open up opportunities for Adams and Williams, that'll help.
Yeah, just take up some space down low. Make them have to block you out so that you can free up some lanes for offensive rebounding.
Again, a tip by Aboya that forces a steal, and here comes Alfred up and in.
Maybe the nastiest 1-2 step I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But he got it to drop for him.
That's where sometimes the inactivity didn't mean achievement.
Yeah, he was worried. Fendi
Fendi Onabun, who's coming off a career best game with 9 points against USC. He gets better and better. And this is a physical power forward where they can allow Marcus Williams to move off to that 3.
He played so well that in practice that he played himself out of a redshirt year. They needed him because of the absence of Juwan McClellan.
Aaron Aflalo. He had a big game in Tucson when he scored 22 points, hitting 9 of 12 from the floor. Shakur missing. This is trouble when Shakur over-penetrates because they don't have many guys to get back defensively. And Collison beats him down the floor and scores easily with the left hand.
That's something John Wooden used to teach, that change of pace dribble. Collison kind of lulled the defense to sleep right across midcourt. Then the explosion to the basket. Like that.
Shakur, now that's over-penetrating for success.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Mustafa Shakur has. I mean, he does a great job getting into the middle, but sometimes his decision-making on his finishes have been questionable.
Collison looking for a cutter, throws it away, and it's kicked out of bounds by Radinovic.
And I talked about the lack of rotation by Kurt Walters before. That was great rotation on another turnover by the Wildcats. Now watch this one, 1-2. Ooh, take off like just inside the free throw line, stretch it out, get the friendly roll, and then you see the finishing product of the change of pace on the dribble by the freshman Darren Collison.
Arizona with 4 turnovers early in this game that have led to 6 UCLA points. Collison, Farmar in the backcourt. Michael Roll in the game now with Aboya and Ryan Wright. Arizona going with Isaiah Fox, Radinovic, Adams, who's rarely touched the ball early, J.P. Prince and Fendi Onabun. So it'll be guard spot with Shakur on the bench. Prince got a nasty screen from Aboya. Ryan Wright. No. Onabun high for the rebound.
Fendi Onabun just has been an extremely efficient player for the Wildcats. He's made 12 of his 17 field goal attempts this season. And they're not all just kind of put back in the paint layups. He's knocking down medium range jump shots.
Well, right now we have the all got Roll, Onabun. I'm sorry.
I'll try to find another one.
Well, Lute Olson a little bit steamed at the way his team is defending in this game, but this gives us time to talk about our Pac-10 Player of the Week, brought to you by U.S. Bank. Matt Harrius, what a second half of the year he's having.
Man, he's done a tremendous job. If you could just kind of pencil him in for 20 and 10 plus. It's second consecutive Pac-10 Player of the Week award for Matt Harrius. His offense is really starting to come alive. I mean, down in the low body, unstoppable, and he's also stepping out, knocking down some medium-range jump shots.
24 points, 14 rebounds in their win at Oregon on Thursday. And Harrius right now in the conference with the scoring lead over Adams. Brandon Roy's right there as well, and that's overall, not just in conference games. Leon Poe, he's had a lot of double-doubles this year, but Hassan Adams needs a big game scoring, rebounding.
Hassan has been virtually non-existent out here. No points, no shots, no rebounds, just 1 assist, a turnover. Speaking of turnover, Cats. Hassan's the kind of guy that can turn it on at the drop of a hat, but right now I just don't like his body language out on the floor.
Michael Roll. Nails the 3. He's playing with a sprained thumb, but quite well. Was 2 for 3 from three-point range in their win over Arizona State Thursday.
Hassan the isolation against Michael. The initial penetration. 3-second violation. That's a great job defensively. The 6th turnover against the Wildcats by Hassan Adams. Nowhere to go. But here's a nice job by Collison, a little find of Michael Roll, and that was Hassan Adams' defensive assignment. So he was too worried about the penetration of Collison. You got to know your scouting report. You cannot leave Michael Roll open. He will butter you up.
And UCLA's done a great job this year at really slowing down the other team's top scorer. Remember when Stanford, they had a great double post on Matt Harrius, held him down.
Against Malik Harrison of Oregon, they did a tremendous job. Chris Stevens of Oregon State. And they are so good at taking you out of your first option. We talked about one of the keys to the game, making you have to go to other players to have to beat you.
Well, UCLA on an 8-2 run. They have the lead of 9 over Arizona. Wildcats trying to come back on defense.
UCLA is big.
40,000 students and faculty. It's owned by the people of California. All 38 million of them.
Right here, in the city of the present, LA.
UCLA does more than pass out knowledge.
They create it. Nobody at UCLA keeps score on who you are. They just want to see what you do.
You think the future is exciting?
Wait till you see what we did today.
Introducing the all-new 2007 Chevy Tahoe with available features like a power remote liftgate, power release fold and tumble second row seats, and rear view camera system. Chevy Tahoe, an American revolution.
Weeknights on the best damn sports show, period. Guest host Willie McGinnis, the 3-time champion, explains what won this year's Super Showdown. NBA Commissioner David Stern. Why aren't the association's biggest stars taking part in the dunk contest? Outspoken NASCAR driver Tony Stewart. When did racing's biggest hothead turn into its hottest driver?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Weeknights at 10:30.
Due to time constraints, we will now move ahead in our coverage of FSN.
Introducing the all-new 2007 Chevy Tahoe with available features like a power remote liftgate, power release fold and tumble second row seats, and rear view camera system. Chevy Tahoe, an American revolution.
Arizona Athletics is about family. It's each team. They succeed athletically and in the classroom, and they contribute to the community. After graduation, they continue to make a difference.
When I arrived here on campus in 1983, I was lucky to be part of the university's first basketball team to be coached by Lute. But I owe any success that I've had in my life not just to opportunities, but to the people who prepared me to meet them.
Arizona Athletics, leading the way in education, athletics, and community service.
A lot to cheer about this year. UCLA's in first place, and they've got one of the top players in the conference, and Aaron Aflalo, after a quiet time, he's heating up 11 in the first half.
Really benefited from that quiet time. Got a chance to rest his legs and a couple of days off. And, you know, he came on strong in this, I won't even say the second half, but like in the last 6 minutes against Arizona State. First 17 games, that went to game even more impressive. The field goal percentage, 52. His last 5 ball games, 11 points, 32% from the field.
Well, he's a guy who has a little bit of a flat shot. And there's an Arizona Wildcat and Los Angeles Dodger. Now Kenny Lofton, boy, he had some quick hands and had a lot of steals.
He was extremely quick.
Played with Steve Kerr and Sean Elliott. Great Final Four team in '88.
Tom Colbert.
When Tom actually had a good haircut. Even then, it wasn't that good.
I won't comment. You kind of the crew cut thing going on back in those days.
Look at this: 18 free throw attempts for UCLA to Arizona's 3, and that tells you that the Bruins are really getting the ball inside.
Or it tells Lute Olson that the officiating hasn't been very consistent.
Okay,
that's what he would say. But you know, there it is right there. Marcus Williams kind of settling.
Burke Walters with a nice rebound and bucket. He's got 7 now.
Arizona's got to find an alternate option. Hassan Adams is just been a no-show in this game. He's been the hole in the donut.
The drive, the kick out. Michael Roll misses the three, though, and Aflalo with the rebound. UCLA with a new clock. Collison working inside. They've got plenty of time, and it's pumped away. Tried for too much to Ryan Hollins. Third turnover by UCLA. Radinovich has it knocked away, and it goes out of bounds. It's Bruin basketball. And that is now 10 turnovers by Arizona, and UCLA has converted those into 16 points. And interestingly enough, that's the lead, 16 points.
Shades of USC the other night for Arizona, but Ryan Hollins did something in that play that he wouldn't have done last year or a month ago, and that's not go for the block, maintain good position, just make it a tough shot for Ivan Radinovich.
Offensive stick back.
So many active bigs for UCLA at the disposal of Ben Holland, between Hollins and Apoya and Baramute. Ryan Wright that time.
And they're going to bring in a couple of active bigs next year. James Keefe is coming in from Santa Margarita High School. Marko Spica from Croatia.
Now this is Ryan Wright. Now he won the team slam dunk contest. So, you know, on a team of high-flying bigs, he is the highest flyer of them all, and probably the most raw of the young guys. So he needs a lot of work on footwork, and he's got athleticism out the yin-yang.
Well, they have suffered so many injuries, so maybe he's just getting his rhythm now. There's another tip. Williams tries to sneak it inside.
Look at the hands of UCLA on defense. I mean, they're just all over the basketball.
Ryan Wright fighting his man. He wins the battle, but they say it is a hell ball situation. Ben Howland just applauding Ryan Wright. He's out on the floor just applauding his young man.
Tremendous effort again. So the Canadian didn't have a lot of great competition with bigs up there, but right there you can see the elevation. He just goes up top of the square, pull it down, get the foul, get to the free throw line.
Third personal on Walters. That likely will be his final minutes of this first half. Ryan Wright to the free throw line. But I had a great conversation with assistant coach Donnie Daniels yesterday, and I was talking to him about the success of Ben Howland, because I got to know Ben when he was at UC Santa Barbara. Thought he was a marvelous assistant coach then. But Donnie told me, you know, he's attracted great players. We're so key to recruiting. And he said Stevie also sets roles for the guys, so there's no confusion. He says Ryan Wright will come in and give you quality minutes, even if it's only 8 to 10 minutes. And he said one thing is he's also adaptable. He said our coach does not have a woe is me mentality. When this team is suffering injuries, he said, okay, this guy's not available. How do we win now? And they're in first place in the Pac-10.
It's all about opportunity for the guys who are behind those guys to get injured. And one thing that they did after the Arizona State game, they said, how can we get these guys to focus at home like they focus on the road? Well, they had them stay at a hotel last night for the first time this season, pulling out the old John Wooden stuff and the old Jedi mind trick, making them think they were on the road while they were at home.
Well, they got a sweep of the Oregon school, so they went back out on the road for one night.
So far, it's working in this game. I mean, the focus, especially at the defensive end, is there for UCLA.
Now in, and he scores from the left wing.
And from Mankato, Minnesota.
Walk on in the game, and Lute Olson just wants some energy, some life, some organization.
And there's the 1-3-1 zone defense Arizona loves to use with the smaller man, the guard, Mustafa Shakur. Used to be Salim Stoudemire last year, kind of running the baseline corner to corner.
Look how patient UCLA is, and then when Apoya cuts, rolls past, looked like it would be on time. But this time, Arizona's defense was there.
I wouldn't say desperation, but Lute Olson just kind of kitchen sinking, just trying anything he can to get his team some energy, to get them back in the game, to get them some consistent and consecutive defensive stops.
Well, if they're going to get some energy, it's got to come from number 21, the All-American candidate, Hassan Adams.
And they've got to rebound the basketball at the defensive end.
Apoya up and good, and they are cutting apart the Arizona defense.
Especially on the interior. I mean, UCLA doing a great job making that extra. And they've had layup city against Arizona's interior bigs.
And this is with 5 seconds left in the shot clock.
And that's what hurts the most, because you play solid defense, but there's a nice feed from Jordan Farmar. And, you know, that's a case of the bigs just not being out of position. And then the gamble by Mustafa Shakur, instead of holding his position, making it a tough shot for Alvin Apoya, he goes for the steal and opens a lane up for Apoya to step right through for a layup.
Even though Farmar's numbers are not outstanding, he is clearly outplaying
You look at the score. He looks at the score. His team is up by 19. He understands he doesn't need to come out and score a whole lot of points at this stage of the game.
How about that? That's the first shot of the game for Hassan Adams. He makes it. They've got to go send their offense through that guy. 1 rebound, 1 assist.
Yeah, and he's got to take it upon himself to create more offense and start attacking and demand the basketball and post up a little stronger. Again, at 1-3-1 zone defense employed by stay with that. They better rebound the basketball in that back line.
Another rebound this time is Arizona. Shakur flashing up the middle. They look low to Radinovich. Shakur. This is a 2 if it goes. It does not. And Aboya with the rebound. Again, they are dead last in three-point shooting this year at 31%. Farmar, left hand, no. Aboya. You know, they're just getting outworked by the Bruins, and you rarely see that happen.
When they have that fight inside, I mean, the big guys from UCLA, as you're talking about, they're just out hustling, out scrapping. Doing a nice job making themselves tough targets to block out. They're not being stationary. And with the return of Ryan Hollins in particular, the depth of the big guys, none of them are spectacular or flashy. Just got a lot of guys who are athletic, quick off their feet, strong. And Aboya and Ryan Wright.
And they have certainly bought into Ben Howland's philosophy. Farmar for the 3. UCLA in front by 20 over Arizona. And they force yet another turnover. The 11th by the Wildcats.
Bad decision by Hassan Adams. A careless one-handed pass to the inside that gets deflected and picked off.
Out the bottle. Aflalo misses. And the rebound taken down by Marcus Williams.
Very flat shot by Aaron Aflalo. He's got to get more trajectory on it. He wants to stay out of that slump.
You know, that's unusual because Aaron Aflalo's hero is Kobe Bryant. Watches his tape, and Kobe really has great lift, great arc on his shot. Aflalo with a strong first half. He has 13 points. Jordan Farmar inside, outside. Here he hits a 3, and UCLA is up 20.
Load it up, hook it up, and don't look back. The 2006 Chevy Silverado half-ton crew carries more payload and generates more torque than crew cabs from either Ford or Dodge. Don't just stand there, haul something. Silverado from Chevy. Long live the truck.
Brilliant. Shop now through Sunday at Zales Valentine's Sale and save up to 50%. Plus, take an extra 10% off every piece of jewelry in the store. Now, at Zales.
Now get boneless wings at KFC's Flavor Station. 100% breast meat boneless wings dipped any way you want. Choose from our classic honey barbecue sauce, fiery buffalo, or sweet and spicy. Try 6 boneless wings for $2.99 or 18 for $8.79. Be the boss, choose your sauce, only at KFC.
Ace. Does Maryland have what it takes to make a push for the conference title? Or will the run-and-gun attack of rival NC State take them down? ACC Sunday Night Hoops this week on FSN.
On an all-new CMI with Chris Myers, Troy Aikman reveals his thoughts about today's NFL.
I think that most players tend to worry about their own needs.
Troy Aikman on the Chris Myers interview Sunday on FSN.
UCLA stunning Arrow points in the first half. It's still 3:20 to go, and Bruins doing it well, cutting up this 1-3-1.
Yeah, doing a nice job. Going to send Ryan Hollins strong side away. But then watch Radinovich here. I mean, you look at all this area right here for Jordan Farmar. I mean, you got to be aware of that. You got to recover. I mean, I know there's a little bit of an overload on the left side of the floor, but just no way you give Jordan Farmar a chance to pick you apart with a wide open three-point shot.
Well, you really love his creativity. This guy is just a sophomore and one of the candidates for Player of the Year. And the backcourt battle that we had today, Shakur and Adams versus Aflalo and Farmar, has clearly been won by UCLA. And coming up on our Acura halftime report, Pac-10 Hall of Honor, Damon Stoudemire. Marcus will take a look at his midseason Pac-10 awards. Some may surprise you. And a first half recap.
Some may shock you, shock and amaze you, shock and awe you.
Okay, we don't have to go that far.
I'm just surprised that Arizona's coming out here and playing like this. You know, playing like that. I thought I expected so much more from the Wildcats here to start the game off, that sense of urgency.
13th turnover. Lute Olson said the coaching staff is what they are seeing. But really, they don't have a low post threat to replace Channing Frye, who they lost last year, or an outside any threat to replace Salim Stoudemire, and they're hoping that guy would be Jawan McClellan, who only played 2 games. Bendianovan back in, and he rebounds.
I think Marcus Williams, based on how Hassan Adams has played, the attention Shakur is getting, Williams has got to be the guy to try and get something going. He's got to be a lot more aggressive on the offensive end. There's absolutely nothing.
Bozeman gets it low to Ryan Hollins. He misses the layup. And UCLA still with a 20-point edge, 2.5 to play, first half. Shakur misses the layup, and again, when he drives and misses, there's too many outlets for UCLA, and they've got a 3-on-2 break. Aflalo winds up with a wide open 3. He misses the shot, but it's the opportunities.
A lot better arc on that Aaron Aflalo.
Hassan Adams, only his second shot of the game, and he's hit both, 1 and 2, now a 3. And UCLA's lead has been cut to 17, but we're just surprised at the sloppy play by the Wildcats.
And it has been bad. Right there, just again, lax ball handling on the part of the freshman Marcus Williams, the passing of J.P. Prince, the catching of Hassan Adams. I mean, any kind of way you can get a turnover, they've got them. 13 first half turnovers for the Arizona Wildcats.
And that has resulted in 20 UCLA points. They have a 17-point lead, so you can see how that has been such a difference in the game. Aflalo and Farmar have outscored the backcourt of Arizona. Adams and Shakur 20-9. But it's more than that. It's their defense. It's their setting up their teammates.
And it's also, I mean, again, I keep mentioning body language, and you know, the Wildcats are eager coming out of the desert of Tucson from these Wildcats. I don't care what court they step on, but that swagger torch has passed on to Pauley Pavilion, at least for this afternoon. There's any such thing as a swagger torch. So UCLA content to be patient against the 1-3-1 zone defense of Arizona.
There's a steal by Mark. And he flies through the air and lays it in and cuts the lead to 15. 1:21 to play.
That being said, I mean, the Bruins were up on Washington here at Pauley Pavilion by like 14 points or so at halftime. The Huskies were able to come back and win that game. So
Aflalo had it partially blocked by Mustafa Shakur. So now's the time Arizona can come back. They get it down to Hassan Adams, and his alley-oop goes. He's 3 for 3. They've got to send their offense.
Well, I agree to a certain extent, but you look at the guy who's made those plays happen for number 21, Marcus Williams, assisted Hassan on the 3-point shot, and then he comes up with the steal for the layup. And then on the last play, does a great job off the rebound, coast to coast in it, mid-court push. There's Hassan on the finish. I think, you know, Marcus Williams needs to have the basketball in his hands a little more, if nothing else, to become a facilitator for hot sauce, because hot sauce has been like ketchup out here today, just no spice, no flavor.
He's heating it up. It's gone from mild. Well, it's still mild right now.
Still mild.
He is our Ford Genuine Parts and Service Expert Analysis. Tell us about Hassan.
Well, that's before this game. I gave us this. It was like the intensity. I hadn't seen a lot of that out here this afternoon. But the improvement on his outside game, on his handle since his freshman year, and then usually the intangibles that he brings to the court.
And for more expert analysis, log on to foxsports.com on MSN. Keyword is Ford. Back on the floor, UCLA with the basketball.
That's what
inside a minute to play.
That's what I expected to see.
UCLA comes out of the break. Ben Howland calls the play, and they run the alley-oop through Farmar to Hollins. And the Bruins go back in front by 15.
Bruins have had a lot of success just kind of pounding it inside and pretty much having their way with the Arizona bigs in the paint. You're going to see right here, Jordan Farmar just way too easy. Where's the back line defender to put a body on Ryan Hollins? I mean, that's the first rule of good defense in the half court.
But he can really be a difference maker in the second half of this season for UCLA, having a true post with experience, a great shot blocker, a 7-footer, and Ryan Hollins. Michael Fay hasn't played, did play 1 minute in Thursday.
Well, I was talking to Ryan before the game, Ryan Hollins, and I was talking about how he's played so well the last 6 games or so. And I said, I don't want to say it's like a light bulb came on. Well, it did. It did come on. It did come on. That's what happened. So that light bulb came on. He understands Ben Holland getting his guys to understand their roles in terms of the context of what he wants his big men to do. Set good screens, rebound, challenge shots, tip dunk, dive on the floor.
So the key to his success is Thomas Edison, huh?
The light bulb, yes.
Shot clock down to 5 now. Farmar working down the lane, kicking corner, Afflalo for 3. Yes! At the buzzer! Boy, they are so good at breaking teams down and also recognizing how much time's left in the clock. We have a whistle, a foul away from the basket.
At halftime, yeah, but watch the inside. There was some strong play inside. Right in there by Ryan Hollins. I guess they're going to get him for an elbow after the shot had been released, I believe. I mean, he was really aggressive with Grillmeyer on the inside.
That the 3 is called good, and that was the conversation that Lute Olson is having with Stanley Reynolds, Bill Vinovich, and Randy Burkhart right now. Was the 3, was the foul before the shot was released?
I think they're going to get Alfred Aboya. But I'll tell you what, Ben Holland is not, he doesn't mind that at all. I mean, he likes for his big guys to be physical and aggressive inside. Let's take a look at that inside. There's Aboya on the weak side of the board, and it's, that's Aboya. Hollins was in it actually.
And the shot was released in the air and good when Aboya committed his second personal foul. So that will be the final play of the half. Aaron Afflalo, what a first half. He had 16 points. And Ben Howland still saying, why is there a 3? Now the shot was out of his hand. Jim Rosborough out on the floor as well. But the 3 should be good according to our video. Norm Larson, who's a big Pittsburgh Steeler fan, he's in the truck and he is doing the video right on that one. Brett Rielmeyer will take the foul shots. Misses the first.
You want to get nitpicky with UCLA. There's actually some time on the clock, but let's not do that. Let's not go there.
It was 1 plus the penalty, so he misses the bonus. It's halftime in Arizona, where the score is UCLA 50, Arizona 34. Stick around for the Acura halftime show after the timeout.
What is this stuff? Yeah, Mr. Spooky. You guys a joke. Seriously.
The Dodge Magnum.
Snow? In the bayou?
Available with electronic stability program. Performance and versatility for the unexpected. Dodge Magnum with 5-star, the highest frontal crash test rating.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, and I got 2 words for you. M-E. Silverado.
Big fella, what do you drive?
Ford F-150.
What's the frame on that car?
Frames, huh? Dodge, Chevy. You want a real frame on the right truck? Ford F-150. That bad boy's fully boxed.
When you learn the truth about trucks, you'll know why only one truck has earned 50.
When you've got something as wide open as the internet, why choose DSL and have it all squeezed through a phone line? Get Roadrunner High-Speed Online from Time Warner Cable, because cable will give you the whole internet, moving Roadrunner fast.
Call 1-866-4TWC now and get 6 months at $29.95 per month, plus free installation.
Roadrunner high-speed online from Time.
Advertisers are talking about News 14 Carolina.
Advertising on News 14 has been really exciting. My favorite part is it drives people to our website by going to news14.com. Our customers just get very excited by seeing us on television, and radio and print ads just can't do that. Everybody did everything within our budget, and the production was amazing. Nothing better than News 14.
Call 919-882-4006 today or go online at news14.com and click on Advertise.
You're watching FSN South.
Due to time constraints, we will now move ahead in our coverage following this commercial break on FSN.
She has beautiful eyes, your daughter. If your husband doesn't do exactly as I ask, I will kill you and your children.
This bank's security is about to be breached by the man who designed it. This February,
I want to know why you're doing this, and I want to know now!
they can make him steal.
It's my family.
But he'll make them pay.
Change of plans. You get the money when I get my family.
Harrison Ford, Firewall, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 10th.
Be brilliant. Shop now through Sunday at Zales Valentine's Sale and save up to 50%. Plus, take an extra 10% off every piece of jewelry in the store. Now, at Zales.
One way to get the new Trio with Windows Mobile. It's the network. Only Verizon Wireless has the new Trio 700W smartphone, the first Trio to run mobile versions of Microsoft applications just like your PC. All on Broadband Access, the nation's largest high-speed wireless broadband network. Now at a great price.
Go get him.
Thanks. Verizon Wireless. It's the network.
The best TVs deserve DirecTV. Only DirecTV gives you over 155 all $1 a day. That's half the price of cable. Packages start at $29.99 per month. Call 1-800-DirecTV today.
First American Funds is pleased to announce that in 2005, we lived up to our name twice. Ask your financial advisor what can happen when strategy meets strength. First American Funds. You should carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. Call 800-6-ACTIS containing this and other information about the funds. Please read it carefully before investing.
All across America. Here they come. The greatest thrill ride in sports is back. California Speedway with the Auto Club 500 presented by Q Motor Oil, February 26th on Fox.
They come from beyond cyberspace, turning computers into slaves. Now Net Zero High Speed defends your computer. Only $9.95. Net Zero. Better, faster, for less.
Pac-10 College Hoops on FSN is brought to you by Acura. Experience the performance today at your local Acura dealer. Welcome back to the Acura halftime show. We're at Pauley Pavilion. UCLA upset the Wildcats. Steve Fiziak with Marcus Johnson. It's that time of the year. We're more than halfway through the season, so it's time for your Marcus Johnson midseason awards.
Yes, and let's create a little controversy here. Now, I could very easily give all three midseason awards to UCLA people. And I'm going to do that for the first one, Player of the Year. Now, Aaron Aflalo has had a tremendous season, as has Matt Harriet and Brandon Roy. But Jordan Farmar is on the first place team in the conference. Thus, my midseason Player of the Year. Now, Coach of the Year, Coach Highland right there. But Tim Floyd, who would have thunk it? I mean, this USA team, 6-4 in the Pac-10. They've won 16 games already this season. They have an excellent chance to make the NCAA tournament. No joke, they're right there. And then Freshman of the Year, Luke Mbamute, the best freshman rebounder in the country, yeah, but Marcus Williams in Pac-10 play is averaging 13 points, 6 rebounds a game. So I've had to doubt so that I wouldn't be accused of being a shameless UCLA homer.
Unbelievable. I can't believe you. Farmar gets it. Floyd Absolutely. When USC was picked to finish last, and they're in the running, they could make the show. It's been an incredible year for the Trojans.
And Tim Floyd can coach, flat out can coach. His team is responding, and like I say, who would have thunk it at the beginning of the year? They're the big surprise in college basketball.
And I had to make sure that your final comment was about USC. We're going to go to break and come back with first half highlights as UCLA is big on Arizona.
Servicing your vehicle at a Ford or Lincoln Mercury dealer is better
because we know your car inside and out.
Bumper to bumper, everything from the tires up, every nut and bolt.
From your brakes to your tires, batteries, whatever you need.
We are in the tire business.
Ford has a 30-day price guarantee.
That if you can get your tires cheaper, Ford will match or beat that price.
We are your one-stop shopping store for your vehicle.
We're better.
We're proving it,
and we want you to be the judge.
Smooth, fuel economy class leading. The experience is Nissan Murano with CVT.
Rechargeable batteries let us go anywhere. But the freedom to go unplugged comes with responsibility. Look at that.
Wow.
The responsibility to recycle. If you've got old rechargeable batteries hanging around,
take them in to be recycled. It's easy, and it's good for the environment. Check us out online, or give us a call to learn more.
Hey, what time's the movie? How do I find it? How do I use the program guide? Which button do I push? How do I find a comedy, a drama, a love story? What's BOD, SAP, and FAB? How do I set the pin number? Hey, I'm not done. How do I use the remote?
Tune to Channel 500 for answers on demand. Simple answers to those nagging little questions.
I demand an answer.
Beep.com.
Brought to you by Goldsboro Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
Your Atlanta Hawks are on FSN South.
Welcome back to the Acura halftime show where the score is UCLA 50 and Arizona 34. Steve Physiak along with Marcus Johnson. Earlier in the game we were talking about this being a battle of the backcourts, and UCLA's has clearly outplayed Arizona's.
Yeah, they have indeed, and it helped when Aaron Aflalo can not only refine his stroke, but get to the free throw line. He shot 10 free throws in that first half. He made 8 of down some outside shots. He makes a nice job finding him, so he continues to break out of the slump he was mired in. And Jordan Farmar, once again, kind of did everything that was needed of his team to get this first half lead. He started out as a setup guy initially, then he started attacking offensively. Now for the Wildcats, you shoot 58% and you're still looking at a 16-point deficit. It's because of turnovers. They play sloppy, uninspired basketball. No sense of urgency whatsoever. It's been an embarrassment how bad they played this first half.
And it just seems like they are lost in the half-court offensive game. 22 free throw attempts for UCLA over Arizona. And points off turnovers, 20-4 Bruins with a 16-point lead. We'll be back with the second half at Pauley after this.
Our Hertz Pac-10 Student Athlete of the Week is California Golden Bears junior guard Sarah Poole. One of the reasons for Cal's resurgence this year, Sarah ranks among the top 10 Bears in all-time. Central Point, Oregon, Sarah was an all-Pac-10 academic honorable mention last season with her major in religious studies. Sarah Poole of the University of California, our Hertz Pac-10 Student Athlete of the Week.
The all-new Ram Mega Cab has an available Cummins diesel, the only reclining rear seats, and the most rear seat legroom in a truck. It has the world's biggest cab.
See you guys. Hi. Later. Okay. Who's riding shotgun?
Good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Hi, honey.
Comfy back there?
The Dodge Ram Mega Cab. Yeah, it's that big.
Be brilliant. Shop now through Sunday at Zales Valentine's Sale and save up to 50%. Plus, take an extra 10% off every piece of jewelry in the store. Now, at Zales.
Spectacular Sevens, 3 medium pizzas, unlimited toppings, $7 each. Now that's pizza empowerment.
I'd like to thank me to make the pizza of my dreams. My beautiful wife for believing in me when all we could afford was pepperoni. Hey, Ken. And Uncle Paul, if you can hear me, this sausage, mushroom, and pepper is for you.
I can hear you. Now give me my pizza.
Uncle Paul, everybody.
3 medium pizzas, unlimited toppings, just $7 each. It's the new Spectacular Sevens from Domino's.
Now we make our bacon cheeseburgers with fresh, vine-ripened tomatoes, crisp leaf lettuce, 100 choice ground beef, and Applewood smoked bacon. Handcrafted burgers, Ruby Tuesday.
A cop who's seen too much.
You don't care anymore about anything or anyone.
Yeah. A witness who knows too much.
Kid was going to testify against a lot of cops. A ton of cops all want this kid dead. Well, I got all day. How about you? You got all day? Time to go.
Bruce Willis, Mos Def, David Morse. Bucks. Rated PG-13. Starts March 3rd.
FLW Outdoors is in full swing as top anglers battle to be champion. Tomorrow on FSN.
ACC Sunday Night Hoops. Does Maryland have what it takes to make a push for the conference title? Or will the run-and-gun attack of rival NC State take them down? ACC Sunday Night Hoops this week on FSN.
Sports report. Tennessee's Bruce Pearl gets ejected before he even steps on the court today. We'll tell you why. Plus, look who's joined the Cameron Crazies. That and more tonight at 11.
Pac-10 College Hoops on FSN is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. We're in Westwood, California, and Pauley Pavilion is rocking because the Bruins 16-point lead over their arch rival, the Arizona Wildcats. This has always been a great battle in the Pac-10 Conference and in the nation. Arizona has won the last 3 years at Pauley Pavilion, but UCLA can sweep them this year. They won on January 5th, 85-79, shooting 61% of the game. They shot 58% in the first half here and lead by 16. Arizona with the ball. Shakur backcourt. Radinovich, Walters playing with 3 fouls, and Williams on the front line. Mustafa Shakur with that high arcing 3, and he misses. And Aboya with the rebound. He had a strong first half. Alfred Aboya, 4 of 4 from the floor, excuse me. And that was his 5th rebound to lead all players.
Yeah, he did a nice job, and that's one reason why you can leave Luke Mbamute, the fine freshman rebounder for UCLA, on the bench with those 3 fouls.
Ryan Hollins, jump hook.
Big man stuff. Ryan Hollins, right box, does a tremendous job elevating up and over the defender. They're not going to get a lot of defenders trying to block that shot. They're just kind of getting up and over the outstretched arm. Another turnover for Hassan Adams.
Great feed by Farmar. They get it ahead to a Flalo. He is rolling it up, and a whistle. He may have been on the baseline to turn it over. But Farmar taking it away from Adams and then tipping it to a teammate.
And what about Ryan Hollins? I mean, look at this beautiful job again. Right box, up and over.
It's all about the light bulb. Somebody flipped the switch.
The Thomas Edison principle. Let there be light.
And there was.
Another turnover.
And there's defense.
Wow.
Bozeman had 3 assists first half. He rolls it off to Aaron Aflalo, bangs it in. From 3-point range, he has 19 points. This guy is a guy who is so quiet for a 5-game stretch. Just shot 15 of his 17 in the second half at Arizona State and came out with a 16-point first half here. Radinovich. Shakur missing.
Got a boy in there just tearing the basketball away inside. UCLA doing a nice job in transition. Starting to pick up the pace of this game, looking for the quick early.
They're beating Arizona every pass through the game. One of the Wildcats' strengths, running the break, but transition defense. But not this year and not this game, as Lute Olson furious takes a timeout as the Bruins have upped their lead to 24. Wow. Farmar and the Bruins up 58-34.
The Pac-10 basketball tournaments return in March. For the first time ever, all 10 men's teams like men's tourney returns to Staples Center. While the State Farm women's tourney tips off at HP Pavilion in San Jose. Witness the madness before the madness live. For more information, log on to pac10.org or call Ticketmaster.
At 13, I built my first engine. About 40 years ago, I started working with my father on vehicles.
As a young boy, I liked taking things apart.
As a small boy, working alongside my father in the garage.
Since I was 5 years old. 13, 14 years old. When I was a boy.
At a very early age, when my father owned service stations.
My father owned a body shop when I was a kid.
Genuine Ford and Lincoln Mercury parts and service. The difference is our people.
We're better, we're proving it,
and we want you to be the judge.
Do you believe anything is possible? I do. I work at Earthlink.
I believe internet good can defeat internet evil.
A world without spyware, viruses, or online identity theft.
I believe in a place where our information can be safe.
I won't stop fighting until we get there.
At Earthlink.
And we're making unbelievable things happen every day.
It's time to start believing. Call now and get a great deal on Earthlink High Speed. Earthlink, we revolve around you.
UCLA opens the second half with an 8-0 run at Arizona, and they're making it too easy.
Well, and you see what happens, though, when your big guy is committed to running the middle lane in transition. Watch that boy streak right down the line. He's going to streak down the middle of the floor, and what happens is now all of a sudden the defense is drawn inside. There's the kick for Aaron Aflalo, and that gives him just that extra count to stick the outside Jimmy before Mustafa Shakur can close out. But that was created. Yeah, that was created by the big guy, Alfred Aboya, just sprinting down the middle of the floor.
How about this? Points off turnovers, Arizona 14, opponents 47. That's USC and UCLA against the Wildcats. This is a critical weekend for Arizona. And there is Hassan Adams. He's only taken 4 shots, made all 4, but he didn't score his first bucket until like the 5-minute mark of the first half.
But even a more telling indicator of how Hassan is feeling, he didn't dunk that. I mean, just kind of, when's the last time you see Hassan with an open lane to the basket and not throw it down, just real nasty and gnarly and snarly?
This is not the usual Arizona energy we've seen on the Lute Olson team. J.P. Prince now in the game. Williams almost throws it away, bounces it down low to Kirk Walters, and a foul will be called against the Bruins.
We talked about the matchup a little earlier on between Marcus Williams, the outstanding freshman of Arizona, being defended by a 5th-year senior Cedric Bozeman, who just had him under lockups here in the second half.
16, they had 22 in their last game. And that is really ugly. They had 11 by the backcourt of Adams and by Shakur. Boya tries to go for the rebound. He picked up his 3rd foul, so Luke Richard Mbamute has gone to the scorer's table. He'll check in at the next opportunity.
Another opportunity with this big lead. Gets by Jordan Farmar, the outstanding point guard, a little bit of rest.
An over and back violation against UCLA. Cedric Collison to swing over to the left side, and there's Ben Howland. And what a job he has done this year. One of the leading candidates for Coach of the Year, if not for the job Tim Floyd has done across town.
He's done an outstanding job, and as you talked about, he refuses to dwell on the injury factor. Gets his guys to look at it as opportunity.
Ivan Radinovich gets home free. He has 7 points, and Arizona has scored 4 straight to cut UCLA's lead. The biggest UCLA win over Arizona was by 53 points in 1983. That was 1 year before Lute Olson arrived in Tucson. Bamute gets caught, but Hollins with a nice roll to the basket, although his shot is blocked.
Maybe you want to look, when Hassan Adams struggling the way he is, Marcus Williams check for him. But Ivan Radinovic looks to want to try and do something with the basketball. He wants to get involved offensively. If he could just touch it, just feel the leather.
Well, the official that made the call, Randy Burkhart, Lute Olson was in his ear while his team was on offense throughout the time, and he calls the foul on the play. It'll be Arizona basketball when we come back.
For 2006, the Pontiac G6 delivers features the midsize imports simply can't. Like a 4-panel panoramic roof, the most fuel-efficient V6, remote start, stolen vehicle tracking. And with the G6 starting at $16,990, the difference is clear. But don't take our word for it. Google Pontiac and discover for yourself how design can make a difference.
Have you guys seen my easy button?
You can use mine.
Use your easy button to find.
Like, tear a hole in the universe?
What's the worst that could happen?
That's the worst that could happen.
Just hit it.
Okay.
See, there it is.
Where's Steve?
Want to get organized this year? From filing and storage to security and tax software, Staples has everything you need. Staples, that was easy.
UCLA with a 20-point lead over Arizona. A couple of Hall of Fame coaches here today. Of course, all time, perhaps the very best, John Wooden in the house. 885 victories and 10 national championships, including 7 in a row. And then there's Lute Olson, who went by John Wooden last year. He has 311 victories to John Wooden's 304. But Lute, man, it has been a tough year this season. This is a team that's been in disarray in this month of February, losing at USC on Thursday to UCLA today. J.P. Prince goes down the left side and scores.
His size can present a problem. I mean, he's a 6'7" long point guard out of Memphis, just a freshman. The kind of thing he's going to have to struggle through his inexperience. But he scored big numbers as a high school player down in Memphis. 3 straight championship teams.
He doesn't have that great outside shot that we've seen in the past from point guards like Mike Bibby and Steve Kerr, Jason Terry, Jason Gardner. They've always had point guards who can really shoot. Lalo misses outside with 3 seconds left in the shot clock. Adams with a rebound. Williams comes flying down, and a blocking foul will be called.
At least some semblance of life for Arizona in transition that time. Hassan Adams with a nice job pushing it up ahead, and that's a long, lanky lineup that Lute Olson has on the floor. This is more kitchen sinking it by Lute Olson, just kind of trying anything and everything to see if he can put a dent into that 6'6" point guard, and Walters and Radinovic and Williams on the floor alongside Adams. That's the big team.
Well, you know, he really wants to develop an inside game, because Lute thought they had Radinovic and Walters posted within 5 feet of the basket at North Carolina 15 to 20 times and did not deliver the pass. Williams makes the foul shots and makes it a 16-point UCLA lead. So they've cut into that 24-point edge.
Once again, some zones make UCLA, which is kind of intent on slowing it down, milking the shot clock, being more tentative offensively. They're going to force the Bruins to shoot over the top of this thing and make some long jumpers with a hand in their face. And then Farmar on a fly low and roll. You got the guys that can do it.
Lalo drives, slips, falls, and still has time to throw the basketball, but he has it go off a Bruin and on a moist spot in that lane. Bruins open the second half 3 for 3 from the floor since they are 0 for 4. So Aflalo will take a seat and Darren Collison will come on, and Darren likely will move to the point, sending Jordan Farmar off to the wing.
I'm trying to find a way to take advantage of this matchup. 6'6" J.P. Prince and long against Darren Collison, about 5'11".
Now has 11. He's made all 5 of his shots.
Made the shots, but the problem is just not taking enough of them. Partially the credit goes to the defense. I think partially the fault should be at the feet of Hassan Adams. But here he is right here, going to dribble hard left, and then watch just a little step back fade move on the jump shot. That's a shot that he can get anytime he wants. He's got that kind of athleticism. We just haven't seen it an awful lot this afternoon.
Mark to Arizona's 10-0 run here as they now trail by 14 points to UCLA.
As we talked about, this is a Bruin team that will let you back in it.
And it's an Arizona team that has been known for their great runs in the past, but they have to play together the last 13.5 minutes of this ball game.
Can they keep scoring at the offensive end?
Williams. No, a little bit long. Radinovic in the battle for the basketball, wins it back and spins inside. 12-point game. They've cut that 24-point Bruin lead in half.
I mean, that's what happens a lot of times when you start milking the shot clock and you put the brakes on and you keep your team from really getting out doing things in transition.
Farmar misses. It can be a 10 or 9-point lead.
Get a little tight.
Offensive foul against J.P. Prince.
A nice job trying to do what I talked to the basket. Had a couple of white shirts in front of him. I think Ryan Hollins is going to be the guy. Just kind of steps in front, doesn't go for the block, doesn't try to make the spectacular play. Just play solid, give up the body, get your team a possession, and stop 2 points from Arizona.
Arizona stays in that 1-3-1. It's worked.
It's a big one too. He's got the big long-armed lineup in there that's going to bother passes, bother shots from the outside. Penetration for UCLA is there if you're Darren Collison and Jordan Farmar.
You know, they just don't look as from the 2-guard spot off on the wing rather than at the point.
And I think that's done. I think a lot of that's done because of Aaron Aflalo. You need to give him a break in this game. He's played extremely well. So what you do, you put Collison as the one. Now you allow Jordan Farmar to be your shooter. But trust me, Aaron Aflalo is not going to sit for long.
Shot clock at 7. Collison lets it fly and nails the 3.
Unless Darren Collison starts knocking down that shot regularly.
That was UCLA's first points the last 5.5 minutes of this game.
To take a Collison long 3-pointer with a hand in his face, but to his credit, he was able to knock it down.
Adams 6 for 6, 13 points. Arizona stays in the game, down 13.
And you see Hassan Adams animated, giving some dap to J.P. Prince. That's the first real animation I've seen out of Hassan this afternoon.
Farmer tried to hit Ryan Hollins, but he was well defended.
Everything's on the perimeter. You're going to live by the jumper. You're going to die by the jumper. At some point, some penetration is going to be needed by UCLA, much like against West Virginia.
Bozeman's got to let it rip. Misses the shot. It's knocked out deep to J.P. Prince. Arizona gets everybody back, and Bozeman is limping up the floor. It looked like he turned an ankle. Marcus Williams, a strong shot. Game. And they want a time into the floor because Cedric Bozeman's got to come out of the game. He turned his ankle on the defensive possession, or the offensive possession, I should say.
Arizona, here come the Wildcats. Hassan Adams, little pick down action left side, continues his perfection from the field. And then the freshman Marcus Williams does a nice job to cover some ground, 2-footed jump stop, draws the contact from Ryan Hollins, and able to finish off the tough shot inside.
We've got a time and 7 seconds remaining in this one. UCLA's 24-point lead is now down to 11.
heard what this guy just told me. He said, I want sugar in my scrambled eggs.
Thank you. I have to tell you, my feet are killing me.
What's my coffee, please?
Oh, too bad. Doing what?
I went dancing.
You went on a date? In the ballet?
No, I went to a club.
No.
Yes, I did.
Wish she could have some good old steak and eggs
Some coffee?
without the restaurant. An egg burrito. New at Hardee's.
Want to know what the stars have in store for you? Grab your cell phone and send a text message sign 17 to number 43333 and get your personal horoscope daily on your cell phone. Grab your cell phone and send the text message sign 17 to number 43333. All answers to your questions about love, money, relationships, and personal happiness are at your fingertips. Send the text message sign 17 to number 43333 and find out daily what's written in.
You're watching FSN South.
Curly-headed Bruin looking a little concerned about the way Arizona's coming back on her UCLA Bruins. Well, meantime, around the Pac-10, Washington early is up on Washington State. That game is in Pullman, 25-16. We'll be up in Pullman next week. The Bruins and USC, and Arizona State versus USC. That'll be next on FSN for most of our region, 6 o'clock Eastern, more on the West Coast. Stanford is at Oregon State, and you see what Stanford has done recently. 4 straight wins. Matt Harris just playing great basketball. Chris Hernandez, heroics late, and California versus Oregon. Bruins still have the lead 61-50, but Arizona on a 16-3 run the last 7 minutes of this game.
And Mustafa Shakur got to kind of ignite it with the semi-comeback of the Wildcats. So you have more of a seasoned veteran running the show for Arizona, even though you kind of reduce your downsize a little bit.
Well, that's a beautiful play there. Collison through the defense, and Mbamute rolled to the hoop. He was wide open for the layup, and UCLA back in front by 13. Every time Ben Howland has had a timeout, they've come back with a terrific offensive execution.
Well, and they're attacking J.P. Prince. I mean, here's the guy 6'6", 6'7", and long. You replace him with the Mustafa Shakur, and that's where your advantage is. And give the Bruins and Coach Howland, as you mentioned, Steve, a lot of credit for exploiting that. But here's some dribble penetration, which causes Kirk Walters to have to step up and stop, and that opens up things on that back line. You just can't be content to pass it around the horn and wait till the shot clock gets to 5 before you try and make a play for UCLA.
A season-low 9 against USC in their loss on Thursday, and Adams beginning quiet first 15 minutes of this game as UCLA trying to avoid the upset, because all of the top 20 teams today have been able to move on. West Virginia beat Cincinnati. Duke had to go overtime to beat Florida State 97-96, and Connecticut knocked off Indiana 88-80. Connecticut, the #1 team in the nation. Duke #2. UCLA #14. A steal by Adams. Ahead to Marcus Williams. And that would have been a big swing, but Mbamute is able to grab the Marcus Williams miss.
Once again, penetration against the zone.
Farmar looked open. He turns it back to Aflalo. And Aaron misses the 3 shot. Kirk Walters rebounds, gets it to Shakur. Williams. No. Out of bounds. It may have gone off Hassan Adams. It did. But Adams much more active offensively, rebounding the basketball, and he has been a big reason Arizona's been able to get back in this game.
And you can knock Marcus Williams. I mean, that was kind of an early shot in that possession, but they're down 11, just under 10 left, and he's been a catalyst in this comeback. He's missed 2 shots, a layup, missed that jump shot, but I like his aggressiveness.
Down low, Ryan Hollins. Where's the
Shakur? He's biting on the ball fake, vacating the basket area, and UCLA picking them apart back there. You're going to see J.P. Prince did an outstanding job on that back line in the 1-3-1 defensive zone for Arizona.
That is the 4th foul on Luke Richard Mbamute.
You're going to see here the dunk. We'll watch the ball fake by Mbamute. Ball fake right there. Ball fake to a floor, vacates, nobody rotates. And there you get the dunk, and now you see Olsen, he's making the adjustment. He's going to put Prince back in. Keep Shakur out there. We'll see who plays the back line defender if they go back to that 1-3-1 zone.
Adams inbounds to Ivan Radinovich. Boy, he has not missed in this game. He has really picked it up the last, I would imagine about 15, 16 minutes of the contest. Now, 15 of his points in that stretch.
It's a tough earned 17, even though he has been perfect from the field because of the way he struggled out of the gate in this game. Now you see Prince as the backline defender. That's a little more size.
Lalo sweeps it back. Shakur goes for the steal, and that might be a foul on Farmar. It is. He bumped Mustafa Shakur. He's coming to clear the basketball.
It's going to be a 1-on-1 free throw opportunity, but here's Adam off the dribble handoff. Does a nice job curling around, knocking down the shot. But he talked about J.P. Prince on the back line. That means you've got quickness galore with Mustafa Shakur out there on the front line as a wing player, stepping to the passing lane. Farmar stopped a sure layup. And look at the team foul situation.
Well, that's significant because all of a sudden you've got Arizona shooting 1 plus the penalty, soon the double bonus, and UCLA not even close to getting to the line, and they were at the line considerably in the first half, 22 times to Arizona's 6.
5 possession during the normal course of a game where you can really ratchet up the intensity on your defense if you're Arizona. It's
a 9-point game. Arizona down at 1 point in the second half by 24, has rallied back to make it 65-56 on a 22-7 run. Hollins to Bozeman. They have it stolen. Shakur has Adams right side. By the Wildcats.
It oftentimes happens when you kind of take your foot off the gas offensively, slow things down, as UCLA did with the big lead.
Walters inside. He'll score. It's a 7-point game. Lute Olson has to be proud of his team's comeback. Ben Howland a little concerned. Sending Bamute back into the game with 4 personal fouls.
Nice job working the ball around against UCLA's man-to-man defense. A little high low. Cedric Bozeman trying to front a 7-footer. Kirk Walters. Bozeman at 6'7". It's just not going to work. 6'7" with a bum knee. And Walters is just way too easy. You see a Flalo in the play. You need some weak side rotators to come back and help you out.
Well, Hassan Adams is their All-American candidate, and he's had a wonderful second half.
I didn't mean to call hot sauce catch-up.
Well, he was playing like catch-up for a while.
Yeah, he was for a moment. I mean, even though he was perfect at the first half, second half, he has found the stroke from the outside, and more than that, he is looking for his shot. It's the big difference between the first half and second half for Hassan Adams.
Lute Olson maybe sprinkled a little chili.
Some red pepper.
Yep.
A little Tabasco up in there.
Let's go for dinner.
We got to get you hot sauce.
Yeah. How about this? A 7-point lead. Wildcats on a 24-7 run. Farmar back at the point. And Collison has gone to the sideline.
Arizona once again has J.P. Prince, a 6'6" freshman, kind of running that back line. Now he actually comes out to a wing, and Kirk Walters pretty much content just to kind of man the middle to prevent shots like this inside.
Another steal. Adams down the middle of the floor. Hollins battling for it. It'll be UCLA basketball as there's a battle for it, and Adams. A heated moment here at Pauley Pavilion.
But that's what we like to see. That's the hot sauce I know and love. Battling for the basketball.
It's getting emotional here at Pauley Pavilion as Arizona trying to avoid the sweep by the Bruins this year. We'll be right back.
Now get boneless wings at KFC's Flavor Station. 100% breast meat boneless wings dipped any way you want. Choose from our classic honey barbecue sauce, fiery buffalo, or sweet and spicy. Try 16 for $8.79. Be the boss, choose your sauce, only at KFC.
My knight in shining armor is out there somewhere, and I'm gonna find him.
From 2 of the 6 writers of Scary Movie comes a date movie with a whole new twist. on February 17th.
Here, Hitch?
Do I look like Will Smith to you?
Romantic comedies
I'm Jello.
will never be the same. Date movie.
Idiot. Hell no, I won't marry you. Go!
Rated PG-13.
Be brilliant. Shop now through Sunday at Zales Valentine's Sale and save up to 50%. Plus, take an extra 10% off every piece of jewelry in the store. Now, at Zales.
When agility gets down with utility, it's worth a closer look. Torn. A new crossover from Pontiac, designed for action.
UCLA on top for now, but Arizona with a great run back. It cut the lead to 7 at 65-58, and every Sunday night, Chris Myers talks to the most intriguing and controversial names in sports. This week, Chris sits down with Troy Aikman to look back Cowboys and UCLA and to discuss making the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was elected into the Hall today. Chris Myers interview tomorrow at 10:30 only on FSN. Well, Arizona has sorely missed that young man, Jawan McClellan, tremendous shooter from Houston, Texas, out for the year with a wrist injury, only played 2 games, had academic problems early, but he'll be back next year. He could use his shooting in the second half, but Arizona's defense has reached not 1 notch, but like 3. Aflalo bangs down a 3 in a big moment here, and the Bruins back in front by 10, 22.
A clutch shot just in terms of keeping sustaining some momentum in this game offensively, because it was all going Arizona's way.
That is back-to-back games by Aflalo against Arizona with 22-point efforts. Down, rolls it, and it's stolen by Luke Richard and Mbamute. Roll is off on the right side. Here comes the 3. In and out. Mbamute. He's everywhere.
The Prince. Luke Richard running it down.
So you're saying the true Prince isn't J.P. Prince, who's the point guard for Arizona. It's Luke Richard.
The Prince.
Ivan Radinovich, a big shot for Arizona. And they cut it down to a 10-point game.
UCLA is mentally, emotionally kind of solving this 1-3-1. And they've done it, with some penetration going inside, popping it back outside. They've got some outstanding shooters, and Mike Rowe and Aflalo on the floor.
Mbamute came into this game 4 for 28 from 3-point range. Bangs a big one at the 5.5-minute mark. He can, but the stats don't show it.
The stats don't say it, but he's got some great form on his jump shot, and he shoots it with a lot of confidence, like he expects it to go in.
Because Farmar gave it to him. He said, I need an assist. Well, Aflalo, who's their best 3 shooter, and then the putback by Luke Richard. Mbamute, his father's the chief of a village in Bafia, and he's the prince, and he is the prince of the paint.
And then here's a little inside-outside basketball from Mbamute, which translates into, I used to be the man.
No more.
I was the man.
He's the prince now.
He is the prince.
That's the elevation from man to prince, and the Pauley faithful really happy to have him on board as UCLA on an 8-2 run the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. He's a great young man, the nation's top freshman rebounder, averaging 9 boards per game, has 6 thus far, and he has been playing with a lot of foul trouble, so has not had the same amount at 28 to 30. Crowd back into it. Bruins have played only man defense throughout. Arizona's played man in 1-3-1.
Try and free up Hassan Adams. But Walter just pushed way out on the perimeter by Alfred Aboya.
And he flips that one back up and in.
To the middle too easy by Aboya. I mean, you don't want him to foul. There is in the bonus at this stage of the game. You gotta fight him a little tougher than that to get to that middle.
Walters with 11, his career high 13 against Kansas University. That's more like it. Now 5 for 30 this year.
But you know, defensively, you got Mustafa Shakur on that back line again, and UCLA, they get good shots whenever Shakur is on the back line. With JP Prince, it's a different story.
Game, and out deep it goes. A 4-on-2 break. Farmar leading it, gives it up, and they go corner to Aflalo. He misses the three. Gets his own rebound back, up strong, and a whistle and a shove by Arizona.
That's what happens when you have fouls to give. If you're Arizona, you can grab and hold and not allow the easy two inside and force the Bruins to earn it in their half-court offense on the inbounds.
What a year this has been for Arizona. They had a tough start, opened 2-3 with losses to Connecticut. Then they went on a 7-game win streak, but they're just 4-5 since, and they're not playing with that old Wildcat swagger. Arizona seeing a UCLA team that is taking control of the Pac-10. They're 8-2 coming in first place by a game over Cal and Stanford.
It's 1-3-1. Prince kind of running corner to corner. He's the backline defender. Come up with a turnover. Whenever Prince is in the game, happens for Arizona.
Timeout on the floor. It's Arizona at the line. When we come back, Ben Howland a little concerned about the Wildcat comeback.
Now get boneless wings at KFC's Flavor Station. 100% breast meat boneless wings dipped any way you want. Choose from our classic honey barbecue sauce, fiery buffalo, or sweet and spicy. Try 6 boneless wings for $2.99 or 18 for $8.79. Be the boss, choose your sauce, only at KFC.
Load it up, hook it up, and don't look back. The 2000 half-ton crew carries more payload and generates more torque than crew cabs from either Ford or Dodge. Don't just stand there, haul something. Silverado from Chevy. Long live the truck.
The best TVs deserve DirecTV. Only DirecTV gives you over 155 all-digital channels for less than $1 price of cable. Packages start at $29.99 per month. Call 1-800-DirecTV today.
College basketball hits the hardwood on FSN. The Bruins climb towards the top of the Pac-10 intensifies in a shootout with the Cougars. Then the Cardinal go for 7 in a row over the hated Golden Bears in a huge conference showdown. Thursday on FSN.
Inside 4 to play. UCLA by 11 over Arizona. Let's go look back at Marcus Johnson's Pontiac keys to the game.
I love the way you guys are making me have key accountability nowadays. But anyway, for Arizona, ball value. They threw it away like crazy in the first half. They've done a much better job in the second half. I can't give them a plus or a minus on that. But snap out of it. They've done that in the second half. They look good the last 5 to 8 minutes of this game. Transition, they've done a pretty decent job, except when they turn it over. And they've done an outstanding job of making Arizona go to that second option on defense. But as you saw with Kurt Walters, he was able to get something good in the paint. So
Farmar goes to the sideline, an important man. They'll probably just rest him another 30 seconds to a minute and get their fabulous sophomore back in the game. But Adams misses the foul shot, and there's Cedric Bozeman. Bozeman will move. Hollison will be the point. And Aaron Aflalo telling him where to go, and so is Ben Howland. He was yelling at him.
Off spot, but you want Bozeman handling the basketball out here in this lineup a lot.
Wing point.
And it serves two purposes, because Collison's a much better corner shooter than Bozeman. And then Bozeman, in defensive set, with that bum knee, is still kind of restricted in terms of his mobility.
Hey, coming up next for most of you, Arizona State at USC, and that will be start. Remember, USC, what a year they're having, 15-6 and 6-4 in conference play. There's a team they expect to finish last in the Pac-10. Shot clock's down to 5 for the Bruins. Aflalo pumping at Bozeman, and he hits the three with 1 second left on the shot clock. His first points of the game.
Talk about a huge shot. I'm not sure what Stanley Reynolds is called in here, but there's Aflalo going to find him. How do you get that pass through Kurt Walters and just a whole bunch of defenders stacked together in the paint? Bozeman, the senior, calmly, too calm and collectively knocks it down.
The 10th three-pointer for UCLA in this game. And their lead is back to 14 over the Wildcats.
That could be the most important shot of this game for UCLA.
Marcus Williams on the drive. No foul called as he was to fix him up on the weak side. And Jordan Farmar, meantime, has gone to the scorer's table to check back in and put this game on ice.
Arizona out of the 1-3-1 zone defense back into man-to-man, which Ben Holland wants to take a timeout and talk about how they plan to attack.
And get Farmar back in the game. Well, Thursday night, Pac-10 basketball heads to the Northwest once again. We take center court as Stanford takes on California in a showdown in the East Bay of Northern California. Coverage begins Thursday at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, right here on FSN. Well, UCLA's Pac-10 title, how about this? 1997. Can you believe that? It's crazy. And that was also the year that Arizona finished 5th and won the NCAA championship, with UCLA at 8-2. But Marcus, look at this. The last time they went this long without a conference title, 49, and of course in 1949 that was the Wizards' first year in Westwood. And then they kind of won after that.
Yeah, it kind of turned things around for them. We're talking about that Arizona team in '97, Steve, with Miles Solomon and that crew. Mike Bibby, the one NCAA champions. You know, they were 15-6, I think, after 21 games.
Bamute just throws it away. Arizona flips it ahead to Radinovich, and he hits Hassan Adams, who will drop it home. And Adams, after being shut out the first 15 minutes of this game, has scored 19.6 since.
Wildcats still hanging in there, trying to
and another steal.
It's a UCLA implosion.
Marcus Williams rolls it in. How many turnovers is that for the Bruins? They only had 4 at the break, but 13 in the second half.
Arizona's done a much better job, obviously, taking care of the basketball here in the second half. Got fouls to give. You can play aggressive basketball. Go for steals, overplay. And watch here, just sloppy play by Luke Amute. Loses the handle on the basketball. Arizona converts at the other end.
Prince defending Aflalo. Excuse me, DeMarc and Breakham. JP not an outstanding defender in this his freshman year.
Farmar's got to be worried about that 5-second count. We saw Stanley Reynolds put one on him up in Oregon.
So the foul will go against Prince, his 3rd, and team foul number 5. So just one more to give before UCLA goes to the line for 1 plus the penalty.
UCLA wants that to be the situation anyway. You know, this game winding down, you're going to have to put them at the free throw line and hope that they miss this. Get yourself a chance to win.
Looks like Farmar came down and turned his ankle a bit. Ben Howland with his hands in his hips, looking his way. And his sophomore point guard will limp to the foul line. I think they've got one more. Next foul will put them at the free throw line. Jordan Farmar and Marcus Jones, we called him Player of the Year.
So I'm looking to foul. I mean, if a Boya comes anywhere near the basketball, Bozeman is another guy. You know, just because the fact that he's a senior, I'm a little more reluctant to put him there. You don't want to Flalo there. He's too good of a free throw shooter down the stretch. Farmar's kind of struggled at times at the line. Tough situations.
Ball's knocked out of bounds by Hassan Adams. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. An 8-point UCLA to win and stretch the record to 9-2 and hold on to first place in the Pac-10. And what they would really do is they'd send Arizona down because the Wildcats would go to 6-5, practically out of it. Farmar up and in. Counted. He's a winner.
All he does is just kind of makes these kinds of plays. And you talked about it, you kind of hurt his ankle a couple of possessions before, but finds a way to find a Kurt Walters. That's just a tough drive. That was all elbows and grit and toughness. Get into the paint.
Well, if the shot by Cedric Bozeman wasn't the biggest, maybe that was to seal this one, because now an 11-point lead by UCLA has Lute Olson a little bit worried. He is in danger of losing his 9th game this year. And remember, if Arizona doesn't turn the season around, they could miss the NCAA tournament for the first time in 22 years. The Dodge game summary: UCLA up, Arizona on a 34-21 run since they were trailed by 24. The Bruins, though, have scored 28 points off turnovers by Arizona. And the last 3-game regular season losing streak was 1984. The beginning of Lute Olson's tenure in the desert. Wow, it has been incredible. Well, this month, the fastest sport on earth returns to Fox for another season of it. Drivers go door to door in a quest to take home the checkered flag. NASCAR returns February 26th with the Auto Club 500 presented by Q Motor Oil in high definition on Fox. Well, what do you think about the job that Ben Howland has done at UCLA? 11 wins first year, 18 last year, made the NCAA tournament. Looking at win number 19, and still, what, 7 to go after this?
Nothing short of remarkable when you freeze. You know, we take a look at Ben Howland's win by school, first, second, third year, 18 wins so far for UCLA. You saw what he did at Pittsburgh, 29 in that third year. Went from 7 to 21 in Northern Arizona. So the third time has indeed been the charm for Ben Howland.
He was the 2002 National Coach of the Year at Pitt. There's Radinovich spinning inside, missing the shot, but he will be at the free throw line for 2. 49 ticks to go. They're trying to end that 3-game Arizona win streak here at Pauley Pavilion. Alfred DeBroya just picked up his 4th personal foul.
And even here at UCLA, you know, you saw Ben Howland's totals the first couple of years. Probably could have won more games. If I remember that first year, UCLA ranked like 320th or something in steals out of 330 schools in Division I basketball. But you know, he stayed with his principles. I mean, he didn't shy away from saying, hey, we're going to be a defensive-oriented basketball team. And I don't think wins were all that important that first year. Yeah, you know, you want to win as many games as you can, but I don't think wins were as important as establishing a personality. Now this team and program has a definite personality. And it says Ben Howland all over it.
Yep. I saw the same thing when he was an assistant coach at UC Santa Barbara, and they competed every year quite well with a great UNLV team in the Big West Conference. Mustafa Shakur sending Aaron Aflalo to the free throw line. Aflalo has 22 points. His career high is 23. He's done that twice, once against New Mexico State, another time against Stanford.
The thing I like about this UCLA team, I mean, they can play at different speeds. I mean, they're scoring on the verge of scoring 80 points for this game. They can play as comfortably in the 50s as we saw at Oregon, where the score was like 56 to 49. They're fine with that pace through come tournament time. Pac-10 tournament, Pacific Light Pac-10 tournament, and NCAA tournament, because you have different styles of play with Washington State and Dick Bennett and teams of that nature.
Aflalo ties his career high with 23, 42 seconds remaining. Hassan Adams goes right side looking for an opening. Radinovich swings Walters, and he is fouled.
Yeah, and for Arizona, I mean, they're still not dead in the water. I mean, this is a team that they fall to what, 6-4 today, or 6-5, or whatever it is, 6-5 in Pac-10 play. But 5 of their final 7 games in Pac-10 play are at home, and they've shown some signs of life here in the second half, like they really wanted.
And Lute Olson points the back 5 of the remaining 7 games at McHale Center. Mbamute just fouled out. He gets a wonderful ovation. To go home, they face Oregon and Oregon State, so you got a chance there because those 2 teams down this year. But Arizona's got a lot to correct.
And again, Lute Olson told me he has not completely closed the door on the Chris Rogers situation. So we'll see what happens with that in the next week or so. But I'm not sure how much of a major difference, major impact that would have on this team in terms of.
Well, he certainly did not display a great deal of leadership the way he was behaving this year, and finally they had enough of it and dismissed him from the team. The loss of Juwan McClellan really hurt. Kirk Walters comes out. Daniel Dillon will come in. This was a team that many picked to win the Pac-10 this year.
I was ventured to say the transfer of Jesus Verdejo.
Yeah.
Not as big an impact, obviously, as McClellan or Chris Rogers.
UCLA will just run it out. Aflalo has it. Shakur fouls him. And Aaron Aflalo, who really has been one of the co-players of the game along with Jordan Farmar, he has 23 points. And UCLA's done it with the injuries that they've suffered. Look at the guys on the bench. Starter Lorenzo Mata on the left side. On the right in the green is Josh Shipp. And both were starters, both out for the year. Look at the number of games these guys have missed this year. Shipp could come back in postseason.
And obviously that 63 total games missed due to injuries, far and away the most in the Pac-10 this season. And the Bruins under Ben Howland's tutelage keep rolling along.
And Aaron Aflalo just set a career high with his 24th point.
The coaching staff really gave Alfred Aboya a lot of props for not trying to score on that last play, for kicking it back out, getting some more time off the clock. That's a good thing about this staff. Ernie Ziegler and Kerry Keating and Donnie Daniels.
Daniel Dillon goes down the lane and scores to make it a 9-point edge, but UCLA is going to win it and move the record at 19-4 and 9-2 in conference play, trying for their first Pac-10 title since 1997 and their first sweep over Arizona since that same year, 96-97. He has done just a remarkable job here, bringing feeling back to Pauley Pavilion. Senior Ryan Hollins with a strong game. The freshman Luke Richard Mbamute, again with his fundamentals and just doing all the little things.
Yep.
A career high 26 now for Aaron Aflalo. And Jordan Farmar, his leadership now comes out of the game as UCLA has the win. 18-9. They will host the Oregon schools in the desert next week, and 6-5 in conference play, and that will be a full 3 games behind the leading Bruins. Mustafa Shakur on the drive missing, and this game is over. UCLA with a 84-73 victory over Arizona. With the handshakes to the Arizona coaching staff, but Aaron Aflalo with a career-high 27 points to lead the Bruins to an 11-point win, their 19th victory of the year, one more than they had all last season. That's it from LA. Once again, final score, Bruins 84, Arizona 73. Stay tuned, as most of you will see Arizona State and USC. For Marcus Johnson, I'm Steve Physiok saying so long, everyone, from Pauley Pavilion in California.
Cooper Tire is proud to be the official tire of the Pac-10 Conference. Cooper Tires, don't give up a thing.
Be brilliant. Shop now through Sunday at Zales Valentine's Sale and save up to 50%. 10% off every piece of jewelry in the store. Now, at Zales.
Get me closer, man. I smell a Hemi. I knew it! The new Ram 1500 with a new front end! New suspension, new frame! It's got a Hemi, all right! And that MDS to save you gas! Whoa! A new interior! Woo! Sweet! That can't be good.
The best TVs deserve DirecTV. Only DirecTV gives you over 155 all-digital channels for less than $1 a day. That's half the price of cable. Packages start at $29.99 per month. Call 1-800-DIRECTV today.
Go anywhere. Do anything. Cordless power. But be cool with your cordless power. If you've got old rechargeable batteries hanging around,
keep most of North America going. They just know that among the thousands of Valero employees who volunteer for community service every day, there's one who has energy to spare. For them, Valero, the energy to take you anywhere.
Every day, people save more and more money on Priceline. Save when you find your own hotel. Save even more when we find it for you. Save packaging your hotel with airfare, booking early, or even on last-minute deals. Priceline now has more ways to save on hotels than any leading travel site. Priceline, more ways to save.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Yes, the three-time champion explains what won this year's Super Showdown. NBA Commissioner David Stern. Why aren't the association's biggest stars taking part in the dunk contest? Outspoken NASCAR driver Tony Stewart. When did racing's biggest hothead turn into its hottest driver? Ladies and gentlemen. This week at 11:30 Eastern.
Working from home changed my life.
It all started when I was referred by this free service.
With all the money I made working home, this is the one website you have to visit.
Put your computer to work now.
All you need is a computer and a little belief in yourself.
I'm making $5,000 a month.
I make over $7,000 a month working part-time.
I love the lifestyle my home business offers, and the money's great too.
Log on to 9mycareer.com.
If you or someone you care about was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, AML, you may be entitled to compensation. So call now for acute myeloid leukemia, AML, is a form of leukemia linked to benzene exposure. Thousands of people in the petroleum, rubber, and printing industries may be exposed to benzene and may have developed AML.
Call now at 1-800-641-1819. That's 1-800-641-1819.
Your Carolina Hurricanes are on FSN South.
we welcome you back to Monte Carlo, across from the Hotel de Paris, very famous to the Casino de Monte Carlo. Mike Matusow has just been eliminated from the tournament. He went all in with an ace-4, confident he was going to catch a 4.
He hit 2 4s.
And he did. Regrettably for the mouth, his opponent, Tony G, caught a river queen.
Yeah!
And exulted.
Yeah, could barely contain himself.
Justice, baby. I told you I'd get you, baby. See you soon. See you soon. You come to my house. Look at this. Look at this, baby. See you later.
I played good. I mean, I hit the 4. I was hoping to get lucky there. I win that pot. I got 70,000. Now I can start picking apart, and I thought I got lucky, but that's okay. You know, no biggie.
Did a good job just to contain himself, I think, and not get angry. $3 million in the prize pool, $1 million to the one player remaining standing. That'll be one of the 32 left. Remember, it is a double elimination tournament, so we may yet see.
I don't think they'll buy his books.
He's not letting it go, is he? How about this, Con? Pair of kings.
You might as well go blind, you know.
And Guoga, flush with fresh chips, decides to call with a 9-7.
Zinman to let it go. So on Tula now, ace-queen offsuit.
Re-raise.
Gonna re-raise.
That's a 25,000 chip raise, Barry.
Takes the pot to 48.5. Con, of course, can't let this go.
25 more?
Yeah, I think he needs to re-raise here, Barry. You don't want to play kings in a three-way pot. You want to... No, he just called.
Just called.
Well, now Guoga's getting very good odds to call relatively shabby 9-7.
This is a really nice spot.
And that is the correct play there.
Seven, deuce, six. Pair of sevens for Tony G, but still Con with pocket kings.
There's 100,000, almost 100,000 in this pot. What Con should bet here? Well, he bets half the pot, 50,000.
So Tony G will take a long look at this. Very pivotal hand in this match.
I'm all in.
Oh!
That takes some nerve. Santula says, forget about it.
Is reviewing what could my opponent have, and I think he must suspect that Guoga has a set here. But think about it. Would he really raise all that for a set?
You're all in. You're sure? It's too late now, isn't it? It's too late. You sure if I fold? Throw you one card if you fold. One card? I think I'm not satisfied with one card. I go all in also. Okay.
There we go.
Good call.
And Guoga only has a 26% chance of winning this hand. I can't imagine there's too many people back at home rooting for Tony G right now.
He has played the bully.
So far, no dancing and taunting.
I thought you laid it down. Played it like a set.
Yes, he did play it like a set, but his opponent, Khan, correctly deduced that somebody with a set probably wouldn't have played it that strong. Probably would have just called there instead of re-raised.
2 cards to come. Here's the turn of 3.
Tony G has a 1 in 9 chance of surviving this hand.
Oh! Unbelievable.
I played it like a set. I played it like a set. You got to lay him down against me. I got a big. That's a big heart. Now that is a big heart. You ask Yanni, he's a pro. I played that hand like a set. What a joke. Anybody tell you I had a set? He thought I had a set. Yeah, baby. I did have a set. 2 kings, baby. What? They cannot fold hands, these guys. Come on, you got to drop hands. You got to fold hands, baby. I won the pot. I knew it was coming.